Hi, this is Dreama. Today we're doing a client reading, and as always, I know the name of the client and they know their name, but I won't be saying it in this video. Now, today's reading is a relationship reading, and we're going to be using actually a 7-card spread, and I'll explain that once I get these cut and laid out, okay, how it's going to work. I'll be using actually 3 cards on this side, 1 in the center, and 3 on this side. Now, how this is going to work is the 3 cards on this side will represent the client. The 3 cards on this side will represent the other person in this relationship. And the center card is what I call our outcome card. So, I'm going to start over here with the client. Okay, and we have the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, now what I'm getting from the first card is the Hermit, and what that tells me is that there's something going on with the client that is causing you to kind of hold things inwards. There are a lot of things within the relationship, things that you don't feel like you can share, things that you don't want to say. There may be some fear going on, but it appears that there are a lot of feelings and things that you have cocooned kind of within yourself, and you have not shared it with the other person. Next, we're going to have the 2 of Swords. Now, this one, actually, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a blindfold over a mask, and there's a sword on each side. So, what I'm getting from this card is it seems as though some things are happening or have happened in the past, and you have kind of turned a blind eye to that and overlooked some things that this person may have said or done in the relationship, and just kind of tried to see what was good about the relationship and kind of pushing the bad aside. Okay, and it tells me too that there's a sword on each side, that you're really wanting, this intimacy with this person. But for some reason, there's some sort of fear that's going on with this card, and you're holding it all inside, but you are looking and searching for that intimacy. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card because I'm not sure how well you can see it, but this is a dark card. It's very dark. And what that tells me is that you're at this time kind of feeling like the Knight, almost as if you have to defend yourself in the relationship, like you are the person that, is almost internally fighting, for the things that you want within this relationship, that you're the person taking all the steps and doing all the work, okay? All right, next we're going to move to the other person. And we have the 5 of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with the 5 of Cups. Now, I'm not sure how well you can actually see the card, but the person's face in the card is really all about despair. Okay? And what this tells me is that this other person relationship, they have suffered some sort of loss, some sort of emotional loss, and to them it was devastating, whatever this loss was. Okay, something happened in their life to put them in almost in a state of despair. Okay, and whatever that was in their past is now spilling over into them today, if that makes sense. This is not something that they have let go of. It is something that is still very much buried deep within them, and it may explain why they are the way they are in certain ways, because they have survived this very, very bad, painful experience in their life. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to move to the Page. Now, you know, this card, if you can see, he's holding one cup, okay? And almost as if it's an offering. So what that tells me is that there are times when this person almost seems as if they are offering to, you know, make the relationship better, okay? Almost as if they're bringing some sort of news that it's going to be better. But there's something that's holding them back, and I believe it was whatever happened to them in the past. Okay, and we're back to the Three of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card in respect to this, because there was and still is a lot of emotional pain. This person has been through something that was quite horrible, okay? And whatever it was, it is affecting their life dramatically now. Because this is another card about emotional pain, okay? All right, and lastly, we have the outcome card, the Sun. Now, this is an interesting card because, you know, this card is a very bright card, and it has a image of the sun, and the sun is basically a circle, okay? So what that tells me is that things will have to come full circle, and when they do, this is a bright card. It's very bright, and I think that there is a lot of happiness and contentment out of the outcome of this relationship. However, this other person has to get past this despair and has to let go of the past in order for this all to come about and happen in the way that it should. But the outcome is good. This card, actually what I'm getting from this is happiness and contentment. The relationship would be like the bright sun. It would be complete. Okay? Alright, that does conclude my reading for today. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me, and I do hope to see you all again.